What is up? It is your boy, Anecdotal, and today we just got some news on the 13th honor units. Now, I know that we already got them with the Korean translations, but I'm not really in love with the Korean translations. I'd rather do it when you see it like this in game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first unit. This guy that looks like he has a pipe in his hand or maybe drinking something. Battle Hornist. Hornist? Hornist. Really? Great name. Great name. Nope. No comment. No comment. If you guys ever played Crash Bandicoot, look at that mask. Doesn't that remind you of the mask? So he fires a hypnotic. Oh man, I know what's in that Hornist. Okay. A hypnotic shot that deals damage and has a certain chance to put enemies to sleep. Okay. Yep, you got the mask. You got the horn, and it's putting people to sleep. And then you go ahead and you have a chance to make people fall asleep, and then you have a clone that attacks you, which is like you get attacked in your dreams by what comes out of that. what looks like a pipe, but no, it's a horn. It's a horn, guys. So yeah, man, this fire stuff makes you want to go to sleep, has a chance to summon something that makes you go to sleep. That's cool. The only really summons we have, like maybe it's Fire Mage and summons those fiery birds that attack, and that's a pretty good unit. So makes you go to sleep. Sounds like this might be good for Guild Wars. No one really talks much about the best things for Guild Wars, but if you could have things go to sleep and then hit the crystal, so that sounds like it's really good for Guild Wars and TLT. And if you could make bosses fall asleep, that would be cool too. But yeah, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind testing that out. But the big thing here is that it increases auto skill efficiency. Now, I looked more into auto skills if you have all of the prerequisite units for auto skill. So you have all the war bears, you have all the totems, and you have, sorcerer, which totem is the pet of, and whoever else is that unit. Because orc demon or something like that. Orc fight. What's his name? Demon Frost Demon. Man, that took a while. It feels like I was playing charades with you guys for a second, trying to guess what it was. But yeah, if you have those guys, look over here and you go all the way down, and then you scroll up a bit, and where is it? Now I can't find anything. The enhanced skill. If you have all these three guys, there you go. Frost Demon. So if you have Frost Demon, you have the Sorcerer, and you have Warbear, and this whole thing is at like right around 100%, and you could actually go up levels. This right here, this will be a really good thing to have. So auto skill efficiency will go up. That means that you'll be able to reach a higher max stage and maybe even improve or increase your knightage level if you have those prerequisites. So if you also have those 3 units, you have the max amount to get their max buffs. If you have this, then you'll see a huge improvement. If not, this unit does nothing. Maybe it'll be useful for its ability to make people fall asleep, but that's about it. Now, mental stimulation, what does this do? Oh, it might reset the cooldown. So actually, even if not, it'll reset. So that's even faster. Not only does it increase it, but there's a chance to just reset it and just kind of use that skill back to back for auto skill. If you're not sure what auto skill is, that's when you click the 3 buttons on the top icon. That usually it's heavenly earth drop, whatever it's called, shaking heavenly earth or something. So it looks like you only need about 10. Yeah, you only need 10 senior of these, and then both skills are good. So you don't need like a weird number, you just need 10. So I'm okay with that. I don't know if I'm gonna farm it. I'm gonna try to up some of those auto skill people, but that's gonna take a while, so forget that. And there are just so many other units to look at. So let's start looking at Undead Skeleton Master here, which looks cool. Skeleton Master, he looks cool. He casts a bone missile that attacks enemies. So it's a missile that's really a bone, okay, and summons a dragon bone to attack. A dragon bone, like a bone belonging to a dragon. Do you mean a bone dragon, maybe? So yeah, maybe if it's really just a dragon bone, like one bone from a dragon that's attacking and paralyzing people, it's because they're shocked that it's just one bone from a dragon. But if it is bone dragon, that's pretty cool. To see a whole summon of a dragon, just skeleton, a skeleton of a dragon, that'll be amazing. Does not apply to bosses, so you have a chance to lose 5% of HP for whatever it hits because it makes you age. That's pretty cool. but it doesn't apply to bosses, so raids don't matter. LM battle doesn't matter. So I don't really know what it's for. It's just gonna be a really cool looking effect. Maybe the attack will be nice, but we do get Spirit Awakening 2. Now, for those of you who don't know what Spirit Awakening is, it increases your max level. So for most end game players and even mid game players, you can't even max level yourself. So the units you have, you don't max your gold out. It's impossible. You need too much gold. So unless you unlocked everything, or if you're a new player, Spirit Awakening 2 doesn't really matter. You can't even max out your characters anyways, or your units, so it's not a big deal. But if you do have them, you will need 10 to max it out. But there's always more than one character that has Spirit Awakening, so there's probably another one of these characters, these honor units, that will also have Spirit Awakening. So since the max is 50, you can get 5 of these guys and 5 of whoever else has Spirit Awakening too. So offline limit break will just kind of help you doing things offline, but this is also a max of 10. So you can they probably both have the same skills. If not, just get 10 of this guy. So far, I'm not super impressed by Undead. Now, the guy you have all been waiting for, or the girl you have all been waiting for, gender, female, checked it. It is Royal Druid. Now, Royal Druid hurls magical missiles that attack enemies, because it's magic. Its skill attack, it's to throw a huge leaf shuriken, bring it all the way back to ninja type stuff, and it slows and knocks down enemies, so that's really cool. And the knockback has a certain chance to actually bound you, so it entraps you with all the vines the same way the regular druid does with its skill, and you receive additional damage over time. Now, damage over time is proven not to be done, like, it's not a big deal. It's not something to really worry about anymore. I was hoping poison might be really good, but we're gonna have to see. In either way, your magical unit, your magical core will be druid. Why? Because of the elf secret skill of space time. Now, for every 100 stages, you will skip 20. Now, the wording needs to be more specific. If it only skips 20 stages on a 100th stage, as in stage 100, 200, 300, all the way up to 1,000, if it's like that, it's pretty good and you're still gonna use it. If it's on every 100 stage that you happen to cross and or skip, then this is by far already the most amazing unit there is now in the game, and you need to get it. So unfortunately, I'm not seeing a percent. It says that you got a 3% chance for 5-star, and for 6-star you get 5%, but there is no max, meaning that you might as well just have 11 of these elves and have a 55% match, or maybe just 10%. Whether you pass 100 stages, land on a 100th stage, because it's not specific. I'm not sure with the translation if the TH was supposed to be there or not, but either way, it's already the best magical unit. If it was physical, you would have to think about it. Which one's better? Well, is it Hippogriff or is it this? So, I'm not sure. So, when you're looking at it that way, maybe try to mix it up. But 20 stages is 1/5 of every stage. And what does Hippogriff do? It's you skip 2 to 3 stages for every 1 skip. So with that logic, you skip 30 out of 100 or 20 out of 100, which means it's actually the same. So if you're wondering in your team whether you should replace Hippogriff with Royal Druid, the answer is no. The Hippogriff gives you the regular secret skill for elves, which allow you to skip 1 stage per stage, and the possibility of skipping an extra 2. So overall, Hippogriff is still better. So you should actually only get 1 druid as your main. That's it. Everyone else is Hippogriff, and then you have your 1 druid to be your magical elf core for that just 5% chance of skipping that many stages. And the times that it does work, it's gonna be awesome to skip 20 stages. At the time it doesn't, it's not. So there's actually a lot of hype here, but looking at Hippogriff and looking at this, you actually don't. Now, what is a big deal here is what do you do after you get the Hippong pet, right? After you get Hippong, you already have the skill for Hippogriffs. So in that case, the Orc meta might just be in trouble, because you're going to be using Royal Druid, and you can skip even more stages. What it all really boils down to is what that 100 means. Every 100 stages you pass, every 100th stage that you pass, or 100 stages that you skip or pass through. So in this one instance, wording is everything. Either way, it is going to be your magical core unit for elf teams. So if you're running regular druid, royal druid is going to take it. You're running windwalker, elf sage, doesn't matter, this will now be on your team. And for everyone that's past elves and already using undead, I don't really feel that royal druid has enough of a skill for it to matter, especially if you're running a tablet team. But this is definitely shaking up what you do after your mid game. This is definitely shaking up the orc meta. Is it still going to be something that you care about? Maybe, maybe not. I honestly think that royal druid, depending on how the wording is here, is going to take over the orc meta. I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but this actually turns the game upside down. So make sure if you're here, you get this unit, because you're going to need it when you transition your hippogriffs out. I'm calling it now, man. I'm calling it the day I see these units. Let's go ahead and we're gonna talk about the absolute last unit here. It is the human unit, the Paladin. Now the Paladin actually looks, look at that mustache. Can we respect the mustache? Can we go ahead and comment down that we mustache respect? Look at this Mario Luigi type looking character. So he throws multiple hammers that attack and stun enemies. Is this not exactly what the Valkyrie does, but the Valkyrie uses hatchets and this guy's using hammers? Okay. A giant hammer drops from the sky, blowing away enemies and damaging them. I just want to see a giant hammer hit people. I'm T-throwing him. I want to see what it looks like. Additionally, there is a certain chance of a dead ally, that a dead ally will be resurrected with 40% of its HP. However, in raid and outland battle, only heroes will be resurrected. Are you kidding? Really? Really? Yeah, okay. So, because of this, Fire Spirit will be replaced. So I'm still gonna have 2 Valkyries on my team, but I'm also gonna include 1 Paladin. Why? And I'm gonna put my Paladin all the way at the end, because by the time one of my Valkyries die, or it's gonna be resurrected by the Paladin. So this is actually really good for outland battle. I'm already gonna go ahead and get one and T3 one. That's it. The second this comes out, it's gonna be my outland battle team. That's it. Also, for my outland battle team, I'll probably put royal druid in if humans get like an attack power down, or if elves are up. I'll just put one in there. But wow, that is, all right, that's the sleeper, man. The Paladin is the sleeper, because it is really good for outland battle. You can bring back, we gotta see, it's a 40% chance, right? Or is it all the time? There is a chance. You don't tell me the percent chance. There's just a chance, and you're 40% of HP, not 40% of it to happen. Still really good. I really want to see how it turns out. Again, here we get Spirit Awakening 2, which, as I said, it might look good on paper, but none of us could actually max out our units yet unless you max out all of the quests. That means your friendliness for humans are at 1900, and you got all the quests, and your artifacts are leveled up enough for you to actually open up those quests and then get gold from them. So for me, Spirit Awakening 2 will do nothing for me. I cannot max out my units with gold yet, so we'll see. I do have my 7-star artifacts getting to T2, but for most players, Spirit Awakening 2 will only affect early game players. And then offline, same thing. So really you only need 5. So 5 of Paladin and 5 of the Undead unit to max out Spirit Awakening and the offline limit break, which, I mean, if you're gonna be really good at the game, you're gonna play. So the offline limit break is like whatever. So that's 10 orcs. So let's go back to the list. You're gonna want 10 orcs to get the active skill thing, but it might not matter to you. You're gonna want to get 5 and 5 of the human and undead, and then for Spirit Awakening, if it even matters to you, you should just get some anyways. And then there's really no number of elves that you need. So Royal Druid, just 1 until you get the pet, and you could activate that skill from the time shop. That's when it's gonna see its biggest bump in gameplay, is when you could have Royal Druid's ability proc from the time shop. But other than that, you know, Hippo is still better. So that what you learn from this is that there's a lot of hype for Royal Druid. Hippo is still better, but as a magical core, you definitely now have a unit as a magical core by the name of Royal Druid. It's gonna knock out the regular Druid, Weewa, Elf Sage, and whoever else you might have in there. So this is the new magical core for elves, and whenever that does proc, that 5% chance of that happening it's gonna be a great day. This has been your boy, Anecdotal, and if you like this video, make sure to like it, share with anybody from the EF community, and of course, don't forget to make yourself known and comment down below. Peace.